Welcome to Because We're Dorks. This is part 2 of the social networking, and it's all about Twitter. Tweet. This week we're going to be talking about Twitter and our social networking
videos,
things.
whatever we call it.
So yeah, we talked about Facebook last week.
Jinx. You owe me a
So we talked about Facebook last week, and now, of course, we are moving on to Twitter, and we're just going to talk. What is that? We're just going to talk about what it is, how you use it. A lot of people, especially some Facebook aficionados, don't know what it is, and they think it's just another Facebook, and it's not.
It's really different. It's really different from Facebook.
Yeah. Twitter is all about little tiny status messages. Just something like, hey, I'm eating a sandwich. Please don't tweet that. Please. Okay, it's different than that. But it's just little status updates that you can say, I don't know, what would you say in a tweet?
Well, like, we went to a concert a few months ago and got our picture taken with one of the lead singers of a band we really like. And so we tweeted, hey, met House of Heroes at Six Flags today, and then tweeted the picture with it. And so that was all we said.
It can be anything from music to actually connecting with friends to following celebrities is a big thing.
Yeah,
because
a lot of people do it.
A lot of celebrities are on there, and they just like to tweet things about, like, I don't know, I'm going to the red carpet show, and just people really like to feel like they have some kind of connection to these people, so they feel like if they read their tweets, then they know that, then they feel like they're closer to them. That's the way I started using Twitter. Is that how you started using it?
I started using it because you did, or Ashley did.
I started using it. She started using it to stalk me, but you know.
Oh, Ashley.
No, Twitter though. I started it because like there was a lot of guys that were funny, like celebrity people from the Mystery Science Theater days.
Yes.
Bill Corbett, Michael J. Nelson, those kind of guys. They were comedians essentially.
Michael J. Nelson? I thought his name was just Mike Nelson.
Well, his full name is Michael. I believe he goes by Michael on Twitter. There were comedians and, you know, sort of celebrities that I followed. And from there, what I did was I started seeing who was tweeting to them or who was talking about them, and then I followed those people. And then through those people, there's a core of people that I have not officially met, but actual real people who I communicate with via Twitter. And then, you know, you can use it to, I think one of the other big uses of it is like while you're watching TV or something, you could be tweeting about the show and you would be able to have a conversation with other people who are watching it. You can use hashtags which help you. It's a little pound symbol. It helps you to be able to find other tweets about what people are talking about. But mostly then it would be about, it's really not connecting with other people because a lot of people just talk and never give back into it and read and reply. I was big at first about like replying to people to try to get those followers.
I got on it. The main reason I use it now, like I have 2 or 3 people that read my Twitter. It's really not.
I don't even think I read it. I don't think you tweet on it that much.
I mean, I really don't.
Yeah.
I hit 300 tweets. Like.
I'm at like 6,000 something. Yeah.
So I don't really use it. Like the main reason I use it is like for like Aaron said, the comedians or the really just comedians. I have a few people that I follow who post funny statuses, and so I was like, haha, good for a joke.
That's exactly how I started it too. Was, you know, it was fun to read. Yeah. But I've gotten more to the point now where recently I have deleted celebrities off of mine, really? And including what's his name?
Mike Nelson.
Well, Mike Nelson and Bill Corbett. Not that I didn't find them
hilarious. You deleted Bill Corbett?
I didn't delete him. I'm not following him right now. It's not because I didn't find them funny, but it was just because I don't have enough time to go through that Twitter feed. I had a ton of people on there. So I unfollowed a bunch of people. The only people I have on Twitter right now are actual people. Actual people who...
Oh, yeah, Bill Corbin's not actual people.
Well, actual people that one I know and that know me and that know me back for the most part. There's a few in there still that don't.
I'm tweeting to Bill Corbin and telling him that you don't think he's real people.
Nope. So, and then link him to this video so we can get more views. Yeah. Hi, Bill. I hate you. I don't. I think you're hilarious. Love me. Anyway, so now I'm not using Twitter in that way, but it's a completely legitimate way to use it. And
I wished Leonard Nimoy a happy birthday last year.
He did. As such, my tweets have kind of fallen down a little bit. I don't tweet as much, but I feel like when I do now, actual people read them. Like, the people who are there following me, for the most part, are actual people that I have bought in one way or the other. And I don't know. I don't know if they hate me or if they love what I say or if they don't care. Probably more they don't care. So I really just use it for me. If I feel like saying something that I don't want to put on Facebook, usually what I'm about to say doesn't really matter. I feel like saying something. And that's really what I think Twitter is. It's for stuff that doesn't matter and you just want to say it.
Just want to talk.
But a lot of people have been using it for stuff that does matter, like revolutions in some of these war-torn countries and...
Coney 2012.
Fighting dictators. And yeah, that turned out well, didn't it? No. Fighting dictators and, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of the press. So you can use it for just about any campaign. It is really a good way to reach people who you may not normally reach out to. But it is not a Facebook replacement. It does not have... nearly why is that thing? It doesn't have the kind of tools that Facebook does where, you can put photos on there to show people, but it doesn't have a photo album where it keeps everything.
It's not as user-friendly as Facebook.
Yeah, it's very, if you just jump into it, you're going to be like, what is all, it can look like gibberish sometimes when you read a tweet and you're like, what is this hashtag? What is this? What is this? But generally, it's just for fun. So... that's Twitter to me. What is Twitter to you? How do you feel about Twitter?
Talking about stuff.
I mean, for you, it's definitely just been following people and
Pretty
occasionally
much, yeah.
you pull it up and read what they say and have a laugh. And
yeah,
then,
I'll tweet on it sometimes. I don't know.
It's kind of it's kind of weird with Twitter. Do you feel like if you had more followers that you would tweet more?
Oh yeah, probably.
If all of a sudden you woke up in the morning and you had 3,000 followers, you would probably tweet more. Yeah. But the problem is you don't get 3,000 followers unless you tweet.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like
even then it's not very likely that you'll get that many.
It's kind of the whole YouTube thing. It's like if you don't make content, people won't see it. But if you don't think people are watching it, you don't want to make content. But anyway, that's a different story. We already talked about YouTube.
You people.
We talked about it already.
But we didn't tweet about it.
Are you doing that every time we say tweet?
No.
Anyway, if you want to use Twitter, you're really going to have to put the time and effort into it and to cultivate these relationships, and it's not easy. And like I said, there's a few people on my Twitter that I know who they are and they know who I am, and we reply back and forth every once in a while. But that's not easy stuff. I mean, it's almost more like real life where you have to cultivate friendships, and it's not going to happen overnight. And you need to be an outgoing, personable person. And I don't know why I keep counting down things on my fingers like I'm making points, because I'm not. I'm just stretching my fingers. But that's Twitter, and we hope that it kind of sheds some light on it. This has been part 2 of the Social Net War King series.
It has.
And we're going to have probably 2 more parts. One more part about some really underground social networks, and then we're going to crown a king of the social networks. And I know who it's going to be. I know you want to know. All right, let's go tweet something. Tweet. Okay, stop. Seriously.
Bye.
I still remember that first video we did. Where like I'm recording, you're like, okay,
Bam!
So this week we are going to be talking about Twitter and our battles of the social network. We're not calling it that. Use Twitter.
I really hope that shows up in the video.
I hope so too. I'm really hoping these animations show up. We should have checked. I should have checked the superhero one. Okay, anyway, because it is essentially your own
Support
little press thing.
Chick-fil-A.